These taxes or these insurance fees are getting higher every year, and at one point it will be a problem.
So Switzerland's healthcare is renowned for having high quality and high access. So Nicolas, would you say that Switzerland's healthcare is the best healthcare in the world?
Well, it's quite difficult to say something like that, to say that we're the best in the world. But I would say that we're among the best in the world. Why? Because I'll give you the example of Geneva. Geneva has a huge university hospital and 4 private clinics, multidisciplinary, meaning that multidisciplinary is that they can offer care in all kinds of different specialties. And Geneva has around 400,000 people living here. So to have such a concentration of care, like university hospital, 4 private clinics all together, offering the best quality of medicine with the best techniques, the best specialists, etc., is quite impressive. It's incredible. On a financial point of view, I would make some critics because all these infrastructures are in competition. So they have robots, they have the last MRI, they have the last scanner, and they all buy it on their own, and they're in competition. I think that for 400,000 people, it's too much. But if you're a patient, this is great because you have so much choice. You have access to so much technique and to so great doctors. It's incredible. So yes, we have for a patient, it's fantastic. If you're the owner or of the clinic and if you have to do the investments, that's another question.
Absolutely. And you mentioned some of the techniques available. So can you just put it into context? How expensive is it for a Swiss resident in regards to healthcare costs?
So the system in Switzerland is based on insurance. Every resident in Switzerland has to have what is called basic insurance. It's compulsory. It's the law. And for the basic insurance, you have access to, normally, if you want to have access to any doctor that you want, not surgery, but any doctor for consultations, exams, ambulatory care, per month, you should pay around 450 Swiss francs per month, just for one person. If you have a family, you should count like 2 adults, 2 kids, 1,200. And then on top of that, if you want to be sure to be taken care of in a private clinic, for a Swiss resident, you have to add per month like 200 Swiss francs, so 600. It's quite expensive. But regarding our standard of life here, it's affordable for us because our salary allow us to do that. But these taxes or these insurance fees are getting higher every year, and at one point it will be a problem. But for the moment, the system is still functioning. But when it's going to be 500-600 francs per month, I don't know. And this is exactly we get back to the first question, because we have so much offer, but at the same time, it costs a lot to have so much offer. So the insurance fees are getting higher. So.
Absolutely, and I'm sure for residents, it's not so much of a significant amount, but for people that are looking to come to Switzerland for these procedures, it may set them back. So
it may, absolutely, because if you're a foreigner, you don't have the insurance in your back, so you have to pay it from your pocket most of the time. And there's a lot of competition all around the world. I mean, there's not only Switzerland, there's the US, there's Germany, for instance, Germany is, on the marketing point of view, it's much more organized than Switzerland. Switzerland likes to stay discreet. Switzerland is like high quality, the medical system in Switzerland is like high quality watches. You want the best, you come to Switzerland. You shouldn't count too much what you're going to spend. But if you want the best, you come here. Of course, here you also have good doctors, bad doctors, but generally speaking, the care will be one of the best here. But of course, you have to pay a lot.
So would you say you pay for what you get?
Absolutely. If you have the right context and if you're well advised, because sometimes people, they end up with the bad people and maybe doctors that are only interested by money. That happens everywhere, but also in Switzerland. But if you have you make the right choice, yes, you will get, you pay the money for what you get, absolutely.
And Nicolas, you've come in the studio before and you've spoken about Swiss medical innovation. Would you say that Switzerland drives medical innovation?
Absolutely. We research techniques in surgery. Like 2 weeks ago, one team in Bern was the first one to separate two 8-year-old kids that were stuck together. I don't know how you say that in English, but that was the first in the world. Techniques for people that are blind to be able to see again. Of course, pharmaceuticals, for instance, treatment of hepatitis C. Switzerland is always ahead and always wants to stay like that. Doctors, they always go to Congress, they always are aware of the last techniques, last advances in technology, etc., etc. And this is also one of our strongest points.
So it's really amazing everything that's being achieved as well. So thank you so much for coming in today and sharing your insights with us.
Welcome. Always a pleasure.
Thank you. Well, that's all from myself and Nicolas, but for all the latest Jugoscopy updates and exclusive interviews, keep clicking back. Goodbye for now.